Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Otumba Adams Show. I literally forgot that I was supposed to be live on air. I was actually checking Twitter right now. I was reading some people's posts or tweets, as it were. All right. So, how are you guys doing? How is life? How is everything? Hope you guys are doing great. This is the 121st episode. And on this episode, we would be looking at how to use Asuu Strike to your advantage, right? I know that a lot of students are out there, university students who do not know what their fate would be this year. They've already done a month already, and Asuu has elongated the strike for another 2 months. So if you know any student out there, this is for them. So just hit somebody up and tell them hey, you need to be here right now. You need to watch this guy talk about what you need during this period, all right? Because by the time you're back in school, only God knows when, right? You need something going for you between now and then. All right, so on this episode, I would be looking at some skills on Fiverr that if you can learn, you would be able to make money off it. All right. And it will actually keep you busy, and you would also be able to have something to save with and for the future, for the sake of the future. All right, so let me share my screen and we'll get right to it. Just a moment. Want to be sure that's okay. So all right, so this is my Fiverr account. This is not my Nigerian Fiverr account, but it's still my Fiverr account. But basically, we'll be looking at all the different skills that you can learn pending the time as a cause of strike, and you being able to make money off it on the long run. So the first one is graphics and design. I'm going to be picking out the major ones that I know that I am sure actually pay for. All right. The number one part is logo design. All right. Now, we know for a certain that a lot of people want to, or a lot of people are creating companies these days. Millions and millions of companies are created every year. And it means that they would also need a logo. So if you can learn how to create logos, all right, it would actually go a long way for you. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys some samples. Now, this person has created over 1,000 logos for clients since the person has been on Fiverr. And this one 118, this one over 1,000. This one also over 1,000 logos have been created. Now, I'm just going to click on one for you guys to have an idea what it is about. And all right, so the person's basic price is $45 and just one logo concept, right? And if you want a standard, which a lot of people would prefer to go for, it is $115, which is 3 clever logo concepts, logo transparency, source and vector files for final logo. Now, $115 in Naira is over 50. I think, yeah, I think it's over 60,000 Naira. And I know that Fiverr will be taking their 20% commission, but think about it. If you can develop your skills to this point that you are getting orders every day. Now, this person right now has 17 orders in queue. 17 people have ordered for their logo, and I can bet you that a lot of them are going for this 115 logo. So imagine you have 17 people paying $115, right? Even if not every one of them are paying that $115, it is guaranteed that this particular person can make tons of money, right? This person has been there for a while. This person is a top-rated seller, and I know that by the time you're probably going to start off, it will not be that easy, but it is worth trying. Try to learn how to create logos, and one of the platforms that I would always be mentioning or making reference to will be Udemy. All right, udemy.com, skillshare.com, and tons of sites out there where you can actually learn how to create a logo. All right, alongside every other thing that I'll be talking about today. So that's the first part, logo design. So let's go back to the graphics and design and see which other one is also trending or people actually pay more money for. Another one is website design. All right, so I'm going to click on website design. As companies are forming, you also realize that like companies want to be online, companies want to be seen. And if you can learn how to build websites, all right, if you could learn WordPress, how to build websites using WordPress, if you could learn Joomla, if you could learn, I think there are different. Listen, I'm trying to like look for. Okay, the majority of these guys are actually using WordPress, but there are other so HTML. You can also learn HTML to build websites. It would actually go a long way. Now, if you notice something, say the prices, a lot of these guys are selling their what's the word? Their sites for. All right. Starting at $60, starting at $5. I can bet you that like by the time you click on this person is definitely nobody's going to buy the $5 gig, right? Because this is where everybody is going to the 295 package, right? $5 is just like the screen saver. Do you get? But the $295 is includes up to 10 pages plus contact or quote request form. And this person has 5 orders in queue. Like imagine having 5 orders in queue for a $295 website. Now, if you guys do not realize or understand the site I was talking about, let me quickly go to udemy.com. Okay, I'll quickly go to udemy.com and then like I'll just show you guys let's see. Let's click on WordPress. And there are tons of courses you could actually take to learn this of WordPress. This is a $13.99 course, and it is 35.5 hours, 35.5 hour lecture, meaning that like there are tons and tons and tons and tons of materials that you can actually learn. Like if you're learning 2 hours per day, or let's say you're learning an hour a day, in 35 days, or let's say 36 days, you would have been able to like learn everything completely. Now, one of the things I'm going to say is this: you don't necessarily need to work on sites like Fiverr, right? You can easily find local clients that you can actually work with in Nigeria, in your country, right? Because a lot of companies are trying to have their presence online these days, and they need people who can build websites for them. So you, as a person, can also say that, like, hey, I would like to learn WordPress and I would want to help people build their websites. And one thing I realized is this: building websites is literally easy, especially using WordPress. It is very, very easy. You just need to put in the time, and I can bet you that you would be a guru in no time. All right. So that is that. Let me go back to okay, I think this was where I was before. So that's the second one. Let's go back up. Under graphics and design again, we have UI UX. Or which other one is actually like caught my fancy? Presentation design is something else that like I realize that like a lot of people need, because a lot of companies are always trying to pitch their ideas to other companies, trying to sell what they're doing. And trust me, like you can see marketing, investor pitch or fundraising, business proposal, educational training, sales, conferences, etc. Like this one, tons of people also use their service. Like if you can design what's the word, PowerPoint presentation, trust me, I don't think you really need to spend so much time on this. If you can just get great templates, or you know how to create great templates, that is it. Like you would start earning money. So you could probably like just take out time to learn how to create templates. Let me see if there's anything on PowerPoint here. PowerPoint design on Udemy. Just a sec. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything PowerPoint design. If there's any course on it. All right. So there are tons of courses, and as you can see, there are like over 4,333 students who have rated this person's course. Like there are tons of courses that you can actually take, and you'll be able to learn PowerPoint presentation. All right, so let me move on from graphics and design, and let's move to what's the next one on the list? Writing and translation. I know my time is actually going, so I'm going to rush things now. Writing and translation. One of the key parts, or one of the gigs rather that like actually sell most articles and blog posts. Like now, remember, a lot of people are trying to create websites, and they need those websites to be updated. That means that like they need articles, they need people to write blog posts on their websites for them. They really do not have the time. If you're good at writing, like there are tons of things that I can actually do as a writer. Like this one, I can bet you would always make money off it. You could either write article and blog posts. Proofreading and editing is another thing that I know that sells. Then resume writing. A lot of people are looking for jobs. If you can learn how to coin great resumes, you would hammer. What else? UX writing, speech writing, email copy, social media copy, right? Website content. I think they didn't. Did they put copyright in here? They didn't put copyright in here. But copywriting also is something that like is very, very key. If you can learn how to become a copywriter, trust me, you will be in money. Now, let me go to my own favorite. This is my own part: video and animation. All right. So this is what I do: whiteboard and animated explainers, right? That's what I create. And I'm going to show you a sample of a job that I'm actually doing right now. Let me see if I've opened it down. No, I don't want to open my inbox. Let's see. Let me quickly go up and just show you guys something briefly. Switch to selling and view. Okay, so for this particular client, I am creating an explainer video for them, and my charge is $300. Now, by the time Fiverr would take their own money and whatever expense that like I would also be spending, I would be left with about $200 and something, which is not really bad by the time you do the exchange rate. For me, this is not where I would like want to rest my oars. I would like to get more clients and all that. And I'm really praying that like by the time I'm done with this, another client shows up, because the more they come up, the better for me. Okay, so let me quickly take this away. All right, so that is that about video and animation. There are tons of things that you can actually do. Now, if you want to learn about the things I do, the whiteboard and animated explainer videos, right? You could either use what's the word? Video Scribe, right, to create these whiteboards, or I use a site called Vyond, vyond.com. And then there are other sites also that I can easily use. All right. Just Google how to create explainer videos, 2D explainer videos, softwares I can use to create 2D explainer videos. And you'll be shocked that there are tons of softwares out there that I can use. Yes, a lot of them are paid, and some, I doubt if anyone is free. But the thing is this: as long as you can subscribe for the trial version, right? Use different accounts to open trial versions, and then use it to practice. Once you feel that like you're good, if you feel that the money is too much for you to pay, right? Team up with other people and then try to buy a plan together. Now, if you guys can buy a plan together, right, then you guys can work together, and that way you can easily start getting clients and they would pay you. This animation, a lot of companies use it, and I can testify to that fact because I have been doing it for the past 5 years, and it has paid off for me in more ways than one. All right, so music and audio, let's check if there's really anything here. I'm not sure. No, not so much. Programming and tech, let's see if there's any. Mobile app, yeah, I know mobile app, web programming, chatbots, right? Data processing, and I think this NFT is really growing. So you could actually like try to like, if you love blockchain technology, you could actually pay attention to that also. Then let's move to business, market research, virtual assistant. Trust me, virtual assistant. If you feel that I can be a virtual assistant to someone out there, right? Because a lot of people that are trying to grow, they really do not have time to do everything together. If you can be a virtual assistant to someone and they pay you, trust me, you make money off it. Project management, supply chain management, event management, HR consulting, financial consulting. If you feel that like it's something that you can do, then please jump at it. All right. Lifestyle is not something that like is really, really trending, but you could actually do it. If you're good at something, let's say you're good at mathematics now, you could actually come here and become an online tutor. You could teach somebody mathematics in another part of the world and they would pay you for your service because they feel that like you're good and you can handle it for them. And tons of things also that you can actually key into. But the ones that I've actually mentioned are the key ones I would actually advise you guys to focus on. And trust me, use Udemy, use Skillshare.com to learn how to grow the skills, how to become better at these skills, and then register on Fiverr, register on Upwork, register on people per hour, right? Now, there are systems to these things. I know that like a lot of people always complain, but really there are systems to this thing. But this episode is not for it, all right? I think I've actually treated this topic before in the past, so you could actually go through my YouTube videos and then like check Fiverr and you'll see everything that I have actually said on this topic. All right, guys, this brings us to the end of today's episode. I want to believe that you guys have been able to learn something tangible and you would make use of this 2 months that Asuu has extended. And before the end of Asuu break, you would have learned a skill that can start earning you in dollars. All right, guys. As I always say, no, before then, do me a favor, all right? Like, subscribe, share with your friends, loved ones, and everyone else, all right? Even if you're going to come across this video later on, please share with those at home that are experiencing Asuu strike because this would actually help them grow, all right? They would not just be idle, and we know what becomes of idle-minded people, right? They become the devil's workshop. So, on this note, we've come to the end of today's episode. As I always say, be the best God has created you to be. Enjoy.